Hey there, comic book friends. I'm Travis.
And I'm Ethan.
And this is
Monster Comic Reviews.
That's right. We got our badonkadonk down to the local comic book store. Or there, in this case, we picked up the mail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have a local comic book store.
Right. Right. Oh, fat stack of comics there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this is, I believe, would be the third week of, no, this is the last week of November.
Yeah.
I don't remember what week it is. Anyway, we're going to talk about some comic books.
It's the third.
It's a couple of weeks ago, right, so it must be the third.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, anyway, well, what are we going to talk about first?
First up, we have Batgirl issue 14.
Oh, what a lovely comic. Full of cheer and warmth and...
Joker, hi, Misty.
Yeah.
Let me count the ways.
Yes. I really, this was I thought it was a great story. Gail Simone does a great job of portraying the Joker as being very creepy. You get a little James Jameson Jr. in there.
Yes.
Who's he messing with? He's messing with her, obviously, but is he actually trying to save Mom, or is he just?
I can't tell.
Or is he just jerking both her and Joker around?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah, I think he's his own psychopath.
Yep.
I mean, I think he's kind of obviously working for the Joker to some degree, but kind of cool to watch her beat up the guys that were going to come and mess her up again.
Yeah.
So, Joker does seem to know who she is, though, right? I wasn't 100% sure. I wasn't 100% sure until I read another comic book, until I read Batman, whether or not he seems to know who everyone is.
Yeah. Well, I definitely think he knew who she was, because, I mean, that'd be...
As Batgirl?
Yeah, because that'd be seriously coincidental for him to pick her mom.
You think, beyond just messing with her because she's Barbara Gordon,
yeah,
and Commissioner Gordon's daughter.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, and the wedding proposal at the very end.
Yeah. As soon as we see that her finger is missing.
Yeah, well, I guess I didn't notice it was missing. I mean, I know she had the hand bandaged, but I didn't realize she was missing.
No, it was all
finger.
bandaged and bloodied, and there was a big bloody patch. Yeah, yeah. As soon as I saw the missing finger, I'm like, oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. I really, I mean, I don't really have a ton to talk about the comic, but I really love it. I mean, this is if they're going to go forward with this whole wedding proposal thing and whatnot. Where is he going to go with that? It's going to be really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you think?
I thought it was pretty good. I liked it. They, Gail definitely did a good job of making, the Joker seem creepy. I agree with you there. Yes, I love the whole blushing Bat bride as he holds up her severed finger.
Right. Yeah. Oh, there's one thing I want to talk about. Barbara Gordon's roommate.
Are we never going to see her again?
Well, my issue is she seemed kind of tough. Hasn't she seemed pretty tough this entire time? And how was she in this book?
Kind of.
She's just a ball baby. You know? I mean, I more expected, you know, with the whole fight thing going on and whatnot, not her not be a ball baby, but her to grab a hold of Barbara Gordon, and, you know, give her a big shake and whatnot, especially when she says, you know, leave here and I'll never see you again and whatnot. I don't know. She's just crying about the whole thing. That seems, we haven't seen the character a lot, but that seems out of character for what little bit we have seen the character, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know.
And she says, take nothing but the cat. And that cat just worries me still. I'm just like...
Yeah, that cat's a future story, for sure.
The cat just...
Yeah. Yeah, but pretty good book.
Yeah.
What would we rate it?
I'd give it a 4.
I'd give it a 4 also. Excellent stuff. Okay, next we're going to talk about Batman, issue number 14. What'd you think?
So now it's confirmed that, Alfred is missing. I mean, we already kind of knew that from Batman.
But he's not dead.
Yeah, missing.
Fletcher Moore keeps telling me that they're going to kill Alfred. They're not going to kill Alfred. Anyway.
And though, but, because, you know, we kind of get that he's missing when he doesn't make Damian breakfast.
Yes, he's complaining. Damien complained about not getting breakfast.
So is he permanently blind, though?
He's hurting his eyes. It doesn't say he's
okay.
I mean, he's blind at the time.
He can't see.
Well, yes.
Okay. I didn't know. I've never been blinded with ammonia, therefore...
Well, I'm assuming he's not permanently blind. I'm assuming he is being hurt and blinded. There's lots of things that can happen to your eyes that's not permanent blindness. So.
Yeah. I love the fact that Joker knows Batman so well that he already knows completely what Batman's going to go for. Like the fact that he blows up
Oh yeah,
Nightwing.
he's going through the same motions of the crimes that they've done before. So he hurries it up because he wants to get to the good part. He wants to get to the chat.
Exactly. Also, I mean, there's lots of awesome ways to string somebody up, but if you're going to have little snappy teeth shoot out of the water and tie somebody up, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And the fact that Joker's already gone so far as to have caught all the people who are downstream that would have been poisoned and already killed them just to get that out of the way.
Yeah, oh my god.
Like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely, Scott Snyder's Joker is, beyond just having his face stapled onto his head again, is evil and sinister on a much larger scale than what we've seen Joker in a while.
Mm-hmm. I love that Harley is still working for the Joker, but she's very forlorn about it because he's not who he was.
Right, he's not the same person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, that was kind of an interesting conversation there too, and hoping that Batman comes back different also or whatever. That was kind of a cool part to be added into there or whatnot, to add into the richness of the story.
Yeah, I really like Batman. It's really good.
Yeah. So, do you think the whole death of the family? Do you think they're death of the family? Do you think they're actually going to kill somebody?
Well, I don't.
Because it's not a death in the family.
No, it's death. It's death of the family.
Like with Jason Todd died.
Right, and right. I don't think. I mean, last time talking about people dying, Batman R.I.P. Batman didn't die. He just went back in time.
Right.
You can't permanently kill a Bat member. I mean, they killed.
Well, but they did. Jason Todd was dead for a long time.
They killed Jason. Is he dead? Is he dead, Dad?
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
But
maybe they can temporarily kill somebody.
They can still kill somebody. But anyway.
I guess, but they're not going to stay dead for very long. Especially if it's Alfred. That's just insane.
They're not killing Alfred.
They better not kill Alfred.
They're not killing Alfred.
I'd be extremely surprised if they killed Alfred. What would you give this book?
I would give it a 4.
Yeah, give it a 4 too. Mm-hmm.
Yep, it was pretty good stuff. What's next?
Next up we have Batman and Robin, issue 14.
Yes, and that isn't a death in the family book. It isn't titled that way, but it does kind of tie in towards the end of it, doesn't it?
Eat to live.
Eat to live. Yeah, because, it felt like we were on one storyline, and then all of a sudden it shifted gears. Like, we're finishing this thing up really fast. I mean, I understand the story, and the purpose of the story was to kind of, so they could have the conversation between Bruce and Damian,
Mm-hmm.
and I appreciate it for that. But how it just suddenly tied into the whole Joker thing, I don't know. Don't know that I was keen on that part.
Yeah. So I love Batman's little tranquilizer mini gun.
Oh, he shoots all the tranquilizers like.
Oh my god!
His hail.
Holy crap! I mean, she's like. Okay, first of all, I mean, I know he's Batman, and I know he has a lot of tranquilizers. I know he uses them all, but still,
right.
Oh my god!
Well, he said.
And just how many of them he pumps into each person? He pumps like 70 of them.
He basically says he dumps a week's worth.
Yeah, he loses all of them. All of them. He empties all of his tranquilizer darts. It's still insane though. Just. I mean.
But what I don't understand is supposedly it was Joker serum or gas or something like that, right? I mean, wasn't there some? But who are these knuckleheads that think eating people is going to make them immortal? I mean, I don't know. That just felt very.
Yeah, it just felt that was kind of weird.
It felt very rushed.
Their boss, I don't know. We didn't actually ever really see him that well. I didn't realize that he didn't actually have no face. I just thought that we weren't really seeing him, so they just weren't penciling in his face to show that he was ways away. So I was just like, cool. And then Damien's like, that guy with no face. I'm just like,
yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. See, I'm still enjoying this title as a whole. This issue in particular was a little flat. There's some art inconsistencies in there. It feels like it's shit. I mean, Damien looks one way for a while, and he looks another way for another while. And I still haven't figured out between who the artists are that they say on the cover and the artist on the inside is exactly what what happened there.
Yeah.
But it does. It does. There definitely feels like there's a fundamental shift in art, and I find that bothersome when there's not. It's almost like another story was suddenly being told at the end, almost because of the shift in art. But I like that title as a whole. I don't think this was a very strong issue in and of itself.
No.
But I continue to like the book because of the conversations that happen between Damien and Bruce. I'm confused though.
It's not a bad book.
Where did that pearl come from?
Yeah, I know. Was that Bruce's mother's pearl, or is that Damien's mother's pearl?
Well, it's not Damien's mother's pearl. Because Talia Ghul doesn't have pearls, and that's not so much issue. Just where did he pick it up from? Was that in another issue, and we just quit, and we just I missed it, or I don't remember seeing it. I don't know. So somebody can tell me what that pearl is, or it just happens to be that Damien's packing a pearl around, one of those pearls around. Well, yes and no. I mean, as much as Damien wants to be the tough guy and whatnot, there's obviously this kind of sentimental type bone in Damien somewhere. Tradition and that sort of stuff means something. So yeah, we can use that.
It isn't a bad book, just a bad issue.
Yeah, it wasn't that good of an issue. No. What will we rate it?
I'd give it a 3.
I give it a weak 3 also.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a stinker, but okay. So last for this half, we're going to talk about Fantastic Four issue number 1.
This is pretty cool. Actually, I like this issue. I know there's lots of controversy over it, and some people really like it, and some people hate it. I don't mind that they're starting us out in the middle of something. I mean, because it doesn't feel like they're starting us out in the middle of something.
Right. Well, they've given us a situation, and now they're going to deal with the situation.
Although, I am kind of curious what trashed Mr. Fantastic's arm.
Oh. Well, though they kind of at the end kind of hint that there's some sort of degradation going on.
Yeah.
It just happens to be the weak spot. It's not necessarily his arm in particular. It's that his elasticity, and he's breaking down on a genetic or DNA level, and that just happens to be the weak point. That got stretched far enough that's where the weak point's starting at first. And that he's kind of implies that it's going to start happening to everybody else too.
Okay, cool.
So that's why he needs to explore other dimensions, other unknown space.
I love the fact that who is Herbie? Who is that little robot thing?
Little robot thing they have running around.
Okay, cool. Because in the occasionally when they air old Fantastic Four, instead of the Human Torch, there's Herbie that they're dragging around with him. But I can never actually find like the first episode or anything or anything that tells who anybody is. So I'm like,
yeah, and
what is that?
And I'm not 100% sure because this is the first Fantastic Four comic book I've ever purchased. I only own one other Fantastic Four, and that was a hand-me-down out of a garage sale kind of a thing. So I don't know tons about the Fantastic Four, so that's going to be new for all of us. So what do you think of the idea of what they're going to be doing? Obviously, they're going to be packing up, getting in a big ship, and they're going to fly around all over the place. Does it feel like Magic School Bus to you?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, that's how DC Costa, one of the guys I talked to on YouTube, he describes it as being Magic School Bus, and he's he's definitely one of the haters. He doesn't like it. He says if he wants Magic School Bus, he'll discover Magic School Bus.
I feel like Mr. Fantastic, because someday I'll actually remember what his name is.
Reed Richards.
Okay, I feel like Reed is shipping it as a Magic School Bus thing,
right? So
he can hide the whole degeneration thing from everybody until he finds the cure to it.
Right.
And I'm hoping that we deal with that later on down the road.
Okay. So for me, what I'm hoping to look forward to is I'm curious to see how much of the family dynamic plays into this. I mean, because it really is going to be, it's really going to be the Richards kids, the menagerie of adopted kids.
Lizard guy and their alien children.
Right. They're all part of the future foundation. I don't know exactly where they all come from, obviously. I don't think that really matters for us to read the story to know that for sure or whatnot. But, so I'm curious to see, because I'm always interested to see how comic books write the family dynamic, because, that's one of the things for me that makes, like, Animal Man, for instance, enjoyable, is the family dynamic that's there besides whatever the plot line is and whatnot. Whereas this plot line is fine. I don't know that it's groundbreaking or whatnot. I'm curious about that. I didn't think this was an awful comic. I mean, it didn't rock my socks off. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, whatever. But I did enjoy it, and surprisingly, Mark Bigley's artwork didn't even bother me so much. Mark Bigley was doing the artwork towards the end of Justice League of America before the reboot.
Oh.
He ended up getting off of it. The art was really kind of inconsistent
yeah.
and ugly in there. I really think a lot of it has to do with the inker. I mean, he's got kind of a straightforward style, and then depending on who's inking him, depends on whether or not he looks okay or not. And I think this was bad looking, so as far as that goes. Yeah. What would you rate this?
I'd give it a solid 3.
I would give it a 3. It was okay. It wasn't like, oh my, but I didn't hate it either, so... I'm mildly curious to see what it goes to on those things. So
cool. That's it for this half.
That is it for this half, and we'll be back in a few moments with a second half.